Broad Street.
Oh, it is the Fly Eagles Fly podcast on the Broad Street Misery Network. And is it really misery? Well, I'll tell you this. There's misery on this side because they won, but there's a lot of happiness on the other side of the screen because they did win. So that's where it's going to be. Because you know I'm always miserable because I am.
You're going to look for something to complain about. And even though we won, Corey still found a reason to complain. So yes.
I will complain because I am Corey Alexander, along with my always positive and optimistic partner,
Jay Bliss.
There you go. So yes, the misery is grown for me because they won, but of course it lessens for Jay because they did win. But in all seriousness, it's great to see the Eagles finally put that 3-game skid to rest. I haven't seen people that miserable since Rocky V. So that was pretty bad here in Philadelphia. So, Jay, we have to look to turn this around. I think they kind of did. It was a weak opponent, but let's start with a couple of quick items real fast before we get into it. Here's some. I just have to throw this because we do talk about the NFL, so I got to throw this around. Isn't it crazy, Jay? 3 torn ACLs on Sunday. 3.
Yeah.
Now, everybody wants to. So Mahomes, obviously, everybody knows about. He is definitely torn ACL. Found out he also did tear his LCL, which is really bad. They still say 9 months, but LCL is real bad. That's a real tough injury to come back. My cousin's an ortho, and he said LCL is like the last thing you want to tear. So that'll be interesting for Mahomes. Parsons, ACL, but that was clean. He should be 9 months as well. The other one people don't know about is Buchanan from the Ravens, who was really coming on for them. That's a big blow for them, even though they're going to probably not make the playoffs. Right. But that's a big one for the Ravens. So 3 in the same day, Jay. Remember that?
Yeah.
No, have you ever seen that? I don't remember it. 3 ACLs.
No, I mean, but ACLs are just part of the game now. Like I mean, there's never going to be a season where you don't have somebody tear.
I know, but 3 in the same day? That's crazy, man.
I mean, we started the season off with somebody tearing an ACL, right? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, kickoff ACL.
No. Dude went from ACL and like, all right, first game, down.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so and it's non-contact injury, so it's just basically repetition, wear and tear.
Down. Yeah, that's it.
And, it can happen at any time. But Mahomes' injury was more of a contact, like the way his leg planted. Like,
yeah, he was being tackled, so it had nothing to do with the guy tackling because it was a completely opposite leg, right? But you saw that kind of it's almost inverted. It almost was like that was a weird one. And Parsons was completely nothing to do with nothing. That was a shame. And same with Buchanan, I heard was also non-contact. So tough one. And also some other things going on in the NFL. There seems to be a little shift. I mean, we got Jaguars coming on. We've got Seahawks. I know you still didn't like coming on a little bit. So we got some interesting teams. I know. Don't get your panties in a twist. It's not like I'm saying they're winning the Super Bowl. I'm just saying they're coming on. These teams are just kind of bubbling under the surface.
And so history tells me that Jaguars throwing 6 touchdowns, 5 throwing touchdowns, 1 running touchdown for Lawrence, right? History tells me
60 that fantasy points, by the way, insane.
That's fine. History tells me that first round playoff dud game, 12 points.
Could be.
And that's just what history has shown me. I don't see anything where Lawrence takes them and they're putting up 35 points a game and being a threat in the AFC. Like their first round matchup, they're probably out of there. They've never shown it. Like you haven't even heard anything about them. They're like, oh, they on the run. Really? Really? Are they? So it's just like that doesn't scare me. I mean, they just put up a big game. Next week will prove a lot because you have the Thursday night game, the Rams versus Seattle.
Right.
Let's see what happens. If Seattle wins that game, I'm really not afraid of anybody in NFC.
Yeah, and again, I'm not trying to say don't get all angry as you do. I'm just saying with the Seahawks beating the Rams, that again, it caused you to think a little bit,
But it doesn't scare. It actually
right. I'm not scared either, but
it actually makes the Rams look. Well, the Rams don't scare me because they haven't shown us they can beat us. They just haven't
That's
shown.
very true.
Like, they don't show up big with us. They just haven't. They haven't. And I think Vic Fangio has a lot to do with that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean, Seattle wins that game. I'm like, it's San Francisco. San Francisco will be a bigger threat at that point then.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. If you look at the NFL today, there's no clear-cut winner, including the Eagles. There's nobody out there that you would say, this team has got a clear path to the Super Bowl. Nobody.
Nope.
So it's anybody's game in the playoffs. Once you get to the playoffs, this is going to be an interesting playoff year because anybody could really rise up and grab it. I know you don't think it's the
Eagles. The Super Bowl could be the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Carolina Panthers.
No, get the hell out of here. I mean, that ain't gonna happen. But I could say, if something crazy like Lions, Denver, or something. I mean, something weird like that could happen.
Might not make the playoffs.
I know, but or Bears, like some out of nowhere. The
Bears, right?
The Bears, Broncos, or something. You'd be like, I didn't see that at the beginning.
I didn't see that. Right, that wasn't on my bingo card for 2020. I got you. I feel you.
So let's get to the game, and here's my initial thought about the game, right? Because we talk about Hurts a lot, and for good reason. There's a lot to discuss with him, a lot to take in. But for everybody who wants to jerk on Hurts for this and that and the elite stuff, here's the thing for you. Joe Burrow came back and destroyed the Ravens. Hell of a game, right? Was absolutely phenomenal. This past weekend, Joe Burrow, everybody thinks elite, is up in the top three with Allen, Mahomes, Burrow. That's right? It's like the top three. And I think that everybody consensus believes that. And I'd probably go along with that. Joe Burrow had 2 picks, no TDs, no points. And yet you haven't heard shit about Joe Burrow all week. Not Sunday, not Monday, not today.
Nope.
So Hurts has a bad game, and yet he still got a better record than Joe Burrow and won a Super Bowl that Joe Burrow hasn't won. And yet you hear, every minute of every day, it's Hurts. Joe Burrow throws a lay in an egg. No points, no TDs, 2 picks. Haven't heard a thing. Right. So just to give you perspective, everybody, that's the kind of thing you have to deal with, that you always want this other person, but yet is the grass really greener? And here's the thing. You and I have discussed this, Jay. Hurts has his limits. We know that. We know he's better off running the football. We know he's a better running team, right? We know that. We've seen it, and it's proven this season. But at the end of the day, when the chips are down, do you really want another quarterback?
No.
I'm telling you, you want a winner.
No, you don't. And, I'll get into a little bit further because I do have an argument to make later in the show.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, it's one of my 4 points.
Okay.
What it boils down to is, people have short memories. They have a very short memory. And like I said, you always look at the other side of it and go, oh, if we had this person, we'd be that much better. No, because if we had that person, we'll be screwing up somewhere else. Understand that these people go in and play with each other every single day. And it basically boils down to they trust one. They trust them. They trust them when it's time to go out there and play and do what they're supposed to do. And that's what it boils down to. You bring another quarterback in and everybody's like, man, I wish we had Jalen. That's exactly what they're going to say. Yep. If Jalen had been here, it would have been different.
And that's the thing. I think you said the right thing is that, they know he's going to have bad games and they're okay with it. They're like, all right, he had a bad game and he's on a 3-game slide, but we all are on a 3-game slide. It's all on us. Yeah. It's the whole team.
Yeah.
And he went out and had a great game, but it wasn't really all about him. That defense is phenomenal. I'm sure we're going to talk about that at the 4 points too. So there you go. Here's some crazy stuff before we really get deeper into this too. So the Eagles' backup offense, had more yards on the one drive that they had, 79, than the Raiders had the entire game, 75. Is that the best stat you've ever heard of in your life?
Yeah. I mean, it was, I already knew what was going to happen. It sucks that they didn't get in.
I know. I was loving that. I see you sent my text. See, I said good text. Yeah. I wish Bigsby had gotten that touchdown.
Yeah, but I mean, they had the opportunity. They had 4 downs on goal to get it, and then you're not getting it. It has nothing to do with anybody but execution. That's all that was, and that's basically what our league. That's what our season has been: execution.
Yeah, and it's the same thing came down with Goddard and too. Like he's never. I mean, 9 times out of 10 he's going to catch that pass. He just didn't. That sucked. That was devastating. But at the end of the day, that shows you that they got to tighten things up because it's even when you beat 31-0, there's still things to tighten up because that happens in a playoff game. against the Rams or somebody else, they're not going to give you a second chance to catch that touchdown.
Yeah, it cost me my over. Both of those plays cost me my over.
It's all about the dollars to this guy.
It is, man. Here's the thing. The over was 34.5. I was like, all right, I'm taking 34.5.
Here we go. Here we go. The Eagles went over the Raiders yesterday. It's the fastest the Eagles in game history. Do you want to guess how fast that was in total?
What's that?
The total time in their game. The total time in the game.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to guess what the time was?
2 hours and 45 minutes.
2 hours and 31 minutes. It was 2.5 hours tight. I mean, that was sick.
That's great. Well, running the ball to do that.
Run the ball, just run that clock. So it was the second fastest NFL game on record. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis joked after the win he was getting home super early. So yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles 31-0 win over the Raiders is the largest shutout win in 35 years, Jay. And
cool.
I believe that because I can't remember the last time we have had a big shutout win like that. I think it was 34-0 35 years ago. I believe that was our last big win, but I have to look that up. I didn't get a chance. So I would probably say before we get to the defense, because that almost speaks for itself. I don't know what you saw, Jay, but I thought the offense finally looked like a real offense again. Real routes, real running, good passing, good choices. There was a couple of things early on I didn't like with Hurts. They were behind a few people, but he really seemed to get in a rhythm as that game went along based on that routes. What did you see from the offense that was different this week than last week?
Number one, the run game was more efficient, and that changes everything. So Jalen Hurts not throwing the ball 40 times. He only threw the ball 15 and 17 times. That's perfect. Like 25 times at a max, 25 times throwing the game. You know it's going to be more efficient. It's going to be more effective. And the fact that he was going from under center more.
Yep.
Under center, play action, running the ball, all of those things work. And then him turning his back on the defense and turning around and finding an open receiver was more efficient this week than it had been any other time.
Turning his back on the defense? What do you mean?
Yeah, like when you come up from under center, your back is to the defense when you go in for the play action.
Oh, right.
Around and then finding an open receiver versus being in shotgun.
Gotcha.
Where you get the ball and you look at everything develop.
Right.
So you might be locked in more on one person because you've seen everything develop. Whereas when you have your back turned, you got to turn around quick and look around and scan and see, hey, oh, he's open. Boom, and that ball's out. So that's where like a hesitation is a lot of times. People are like, why is Jalen holding to the ball? Well, he's looking at every damn thing. Like when you stand in the shotgun, your first read is the safety. What's the safety doing?
Yep.
What is the safety doing? If the safety is moving or coming down, now you're looking this way. If the safety stays back, now you're looking at the whole field. If this safety comes down, now you're looking this way. Like it's a lot of different things that happen. But when your back is turned,
I gotta tell you, that's a great observation because I did notice, even as a casual observer, I didn't see a lot of this.
Right.
Just holding. He was getting that ball out a lot quicker. So his decision-making process was much more deliberate and quick. And I love that. So if that means he's got to turn his back to the defense and then quickly make that decision, I like that so much better than holding that ball and holding and then throwing. That might be the key right there.
Right.
47 rushing attempts, 18 passing attempts.
There it is. That's the formula. But you got to get second and 7 or second and 4 or second and 5. You know what I mean? That first down runs in the middle is not working. Like cut it out, because second and 10 screws you up because you throw on second down. Now you do the little short dump off pass. Oh, and that pass to the outside, like what was up with that? Like that wasn't working at all.
Oh my God. Well, I got to say, that was the only frustrating part of the game as far as the offense went, is that if I see, for the love of God, another time where I see Barkley go for 5 or 6 yards and then lose 2, I'm going to lose my shit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that, dude. I mean, Patullo has got to recognize that. I don't care what it is. Whether it's
I would rather Barkley go out to the flat and then cut back in across and then just dump it across. Like let him get the ball on the run.
Yes.
Stop having them wait for the ball and then wait to look to see if he can make a man miss. That's not Brian Westbrook. Barkley a lot of times ain't making that first man miss like that.
He's not at all. Yeah, I like that idea of just the second play. If you're going to run 2 plays in a row, fine, but run something completely different. Don't run it again right into the line. It's just not going to work.
Not working. Yeah, right.
Oh, it makes me insane. And by the way, here's another bright spot. I had something in my 4 points too, but here's another bright spot. Not counting the end of the first half. You ready? The Eagles scored on 5 of 6 drives with Jalen Hurts on the field and had only 1 3-and-out.
Nice.
That's to me, that to me was the whole point of that day. The defense, it was the defense, but when you have 1 3-and-out the entire day, that is what this offense needs to give this defense even more inspiration. I'm tired of this defense carrying his team. 12 rushing first downs and 12 passing first downs.
Okay.
6 straight game, the Eagles have allowed 1 or fewer sacks on the offense. That ties the longest streak in franchise history. Would you have guessed that?
No.
6 straight games, 1 or fewer sacks. Now, we know that Jalen's been under pressure and a couple of little things, but at the end of the day, he's only getting sacked once a game.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
I'll take it.
Over the last 6 games, the Eagles have thrown the ball 185 times and allowed 4 sacks. That's and most of that is without Lane Johnson. So 4 sacks in 8 games. I'll take that every day of the week without Lane Johnson.
Right.
As I said, my first little before we get into the deep stuff with the 4 points. I don't know what you saw, but early on he didn't look as confident. He threw behind Barkley. He threw low to Barkley.
Right.
He was short to AJ. A couple of quick things. He was behind Bigsby, who was wide open. So, but then he drops a beauty to Smith. And I'm wondering if that was the catalyst that kind of started the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great pass. It was a way to open up the offense, get everything going. I mean, people criticize his long ball. I heard somebody say something crazy online the other day about his long ball looks like a fade route as opposed to a pretty ball. And I'm like, I'll take him throwing the ball deep more than half the quarterbacks in the league.
Oh yeah. Good evening, Lisa. Good to see you.
100%. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not doing the debate anymore about whether Jalen's a top 5 quarterback. The argument stands here. He's my quarterback. If you don't like him, I don't give a damn. You take the quarterback that you have on your team, and I'll take the quarterback I got on my team. I like my chances way more than you like yours. I don't care what you say.
And I'll take this. I'll take the ring over anything else you got.
100%.
We're going to talk about penalties in my 4 points too, but I thought that the penalty by Cooper is kind of dumb. That's been kind of the theme of the season. It's always seemed like a dumb penalty here and there. I didn't cost him, thank God. I don't know why. It was a 15-yard penalty, but it didn't seem like that ball moved. I don't know how that happened.
Right.
But the ball was kind of like only like 5 yards difference, but whatever happened, so be it. And we'll get also too when we get into the stuff, but I thought Joma looked great. I thought BG coming back to life. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but you don't want to say it's totally been, Phillips, Jalen Phillips, but God, he seems to be a real difference maker ever since he came in.
He is, but you know what? The thing that I'm keying in on is the fact that he stays consistent, and each week, Nolan Smith is itching. He's getting better.
Yeah,
better, and before you know it, them dudes is gonna be meeting at the quarterback, and it's gonna get ugly fast. It's gonna get ugly fast. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just keep going. Let's see what these three weeks bring. Let's see how they're gelling. And when you start seeing these low numbers come up on the other team's offensive side, and you start saying, hey, they ain't give up but 10 points, or they ain't give up but 12 points, or they ain't give up but 6 points, it's going to be like, we playoff ready. The defense is going to be playoff ready.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Playoff ready. I don't give a damn what the offense is doing. I just need you to do the formula.
I'll tell you what, though.
Just score 3 times, baby, and the game is over.
You talk about Nolan Smith. How come nobody's talking about how he did that guy dirty? He not only did him dirty, Jay, he did him AI dirty. He did a
Yeah.
step over. He did a
Yeah.
two-round loose step over to get the
Yeah.
quarterback. That was dirty, and nobody talks about it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was beautiful. I almost cried. I had a little tear that came out of my eye. Swear to God.
Yeah.
Let's see. Steen had another holding penalty, negating a first down. Again, it's like these dumb penalties here and there, but yeah, and good to see Nolan Smith. Let me ask you this before we get into our 4 points. You know, I love my little negative, and it's not really a negative. I'm just telling you how you saw this. Did you see just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit of short arms from AJ on that touchdown?
No.
No?
Right. So the way I saw it was
he caught it and then he just sort of I don't know.
The thing, the way Jalen had to put the ball in there because the safety was coming over.
Right. Oh yeah, I saw that.
He didn't want to show his hands because he didn't want the safety to know where the ball was coming in. So basically, it boils down to you show your hands at the very last minute, very last possible minute that you can. So when it looks like he's shorthanded it, he's just not showing his hands. He's not even putting them up until he has it, and then it's like boom, it's right there in my basket. It's like right there. So no, I didn't feel like he short-armed it. I felt like if he put his hands out, it's a way for somebody to knock his hand down. So if you keep him in close, ball comes in, you grab it, you secure it, and there it is.
Would you say it's similar to the body of Christ? Amen.
No, I'm just saying. Think about the week before, the week prior. Your hands like this, he knocks it down, and he knocks it down, and the ball goes out. He keeps his hand like this the whole time, and he's running, and he goes like this to the last minute. Maybe he doesn't knock his arm.
Gotcha. There you go. All right, that works.
Yeah.
By the way, something to build on too. This is the 4th time Fangio's defense has held an opponent without an offensive touchdown.
Great.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Oh, by the way, to find 4 times that has occurred before Fangio, right? To hold an opponent without an offensive touchdown. To find 4 times,
yeah,
you'd have to go the past 6 seasons combined to find 4 times we had an opponent without an offensive touchdown. He's done it 4 in the same season.
Nice.
We've done it 4 combined.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm telling you, if this defense starts getting to a rhythm to the point where it's playing like it did last year, it's going to be a problem. And shout out to Adoree Jackson because he's not a problem right now.
Okay, that's a perfect way to say that, though. He's not a problem. He's not great, but he's not a problem.
Nobody needs him to be Quinyon because he's not Quinyon.
Right.
But we just need you to be where we can't be like, Dory again? Like, it's just, and listen, he's not Jalen Mills. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing his job. And shout out to Quinyon Mitchell.
Oh, man, we got to get to him. Absolutely.
It's great. Listen, it's great. This dude has gone, was it 10 games?
I think it's 600 snaps without allowing an offensive
touchdown. Without allowing more than 10 yards for a receiver. Without allowing, it's games now, without allowing 10 yards for a receiver.
He's ridiculous. He's absolutely like top 3 shutdown corner. He's up there with Surtain. I mean, you can't take it away from him.
Man, and all he got to do is start getting them interceptions.
Yep, I know. But they don't throw to him, so how is he going to get an interception?
I don't know, man. Run him on the side of the field, man.
By the way, that was reminiscent of you saying Adoree Jackson is not a problem. That's like me showing up to your Christmas party. I'm like, hey, what do you think of my girl, Jay? You're like, she's not unattractive.
She's not bad, man. She's not
she's not unattractive. But is she hot?
Man, listen.
She's not unattractive.
Listen, here's the thing. Adoree Jackson has been criticized more than most in this city. He has been criticized. But when you turn it around and you start making plays, he'll see the difference. He'll do the same thing that Brandon Graham will tell anybody or Jason Getz tell anybody. If you play hard, you start making improvement, this crowd will love you.
Yep.
They will love you. And they will let you slide on mistakes that you make if you start balling out.
There you go. All right, man. It is 25, almost 25 past the hour. Let's get to it on our 4 points.
Yeah.
Give me your first 4 point, Mr. Jay Bliss.
Run game equals win.
There you go.
That's basically what it boils down to. Stop trying to categorize or hide us or disguise us into something else that we're not. It started back when Nick Sirianni first got here. We started out losing 2 games. And basically what they were saying was run the ball. And if we ran the ball, once we ran the ball, we started making the playoffs. Run the ball. Don't ever try to turn it into, you end up being the Baltimore Ravens if you change what you do. Run the ball. It's not about Jalen Hurts passing the ball 30 times a game. If he's passing 30 times a game, that means me losing, and that means he's throwing an interception. It's not important. Run the ball.
Run the ball.
Run the ball, run the clock.
I love it. Perfect combo. That's what they've been doing. I did that last year.
Yep.
That's what they got to get back to. So my first one is emphasizing mistake-free football / penalty. So they had the fewest penalties this season, 3. One dumb one, of course, which we got to get rid of, the dumb thing with Cooper. And it's rare for Cooper. I don't see him doing that kind of stuff. So it was an anomaly. But having 9 turnovers and their 3-game losing streaks, 9 turns, averaging 3 turnovers a game during that streak. They had 0 on Sunday. So you played pretty much mistake-free football between penalties and turnovers. To me, that is the number one point I have to emphasize, because that's how you win, Jay. I can't tell you how many times we've seen on 3 games. There's a penalty that brought us back to, that we could have ended that game.
Yep.
So that was huge for me. All right, number 2 for you.
Number 2 for me is defense is holding it down. Like consistently throughout the year. This defense hasn't been the reason why we have lost games. It just hasn't. Everything we say, it's because of the defense we lost. Nope. This defense has been the reason why we've been in games and the reason why we could have won games. And I I don't see us. I've seen their letdown game. I'll put it that way.
Right.
I don't see them doing anything but holding us down and continuing to hold us down. And I don't see a team putting 30 points up on us if they tried.
Okay.
So that's basically how I see our defense.
My number 2 is Hurts is back to being Hurts.
Yeah.
And that's huge. So you got to have mistake-free football. You got to have Hurts being Hurts, running game going. That's huge. All right, number 3 for you.
Brandon Graham is legendary.
The old man in the house.
Man is 50 years old. Out there getting 2 sacks, though. I mean, and beating everybody to the ball. Like, it's crazy. Like, that's crazy. And if anybody could question, like, what jersey you should get as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, like, there's a hierarchy. There's obviously a hierarchy. You know what I mean? I think at the very top, like old school player, old school people would get a Randall Cunningham. Like, that's like an old school. Randall Cunningham or Reggie White. That's like an old school, right? Brian Dawkins is etched in stone. Then Kelsey stopped playing. Kelsey is another one. But Brandon Graham, a 5-5 jersey, you can't go wrong with that shit. That shit is legendary.
I gotta agree, man.
Dude.
I gotta agree, man. If they don't hang 55 from the rafters,
that dude is getting hung. Like, here's the thing: you can't put another number up there before you put 55 up there.
You got to put 55 up.
And
here's the crazy part: the first 3 to 4 years. Now we hadn't talked obviously as much then, but everybody's going, man. If we had Earl, we had this. He had the safety for 10 years. That dude. Something went off mentally with that guy, and he just absolutely got just ridden out of football. And I mean, driven out of football.
Yeah.
You got another guy that you look back and go, wow, was that lucky? I mean, it would have been nice to have him for a couple of years, but we wouldn't have had what we have if we didn't have Brandon Graham.
Not at all. So you think about for a second, right? We traded up to get him.
Yep. Over Earl.
We traded up to get him. They changed the defensive scheme after they got him. So they got him for a 4-3. Then they went to a 3-4, which he couldn't benefit from it.
Nope.
Then Chip Kelly come in. I'm like, what he was basically missing for like 3 years, right?
He was.
3 years. Same thing with Kelsey. It was like,
Kelsey didn't like that scheme either.
We're about to get rid of both of them, right? They come in, Doug Peterson come in, both of them come to life.
Yeah, because and you got to give credit to where credit's due. Jim Schwartz really got everything out of Brandon Graham he needed to get out of Brandon Graham.
100%. So I gotta say, legendary, man. The next jersey I get without question, 5-5. Like it's the 5-5. I get without question.
That was a long 2-point. All right.
Yes.
Number 3 for me. Just getting to your point, defense is Super Bowl caliber. And the growth that we've seen from them. Again, you hate to put it all on Phillips, but I really think that guy has had a at least if nothing else, a cascading effect
Right.
on this entire defense.
Right. And
Entire defense.
Right. To your point, I don't care what the stats say season-wise. I'm talking about how they playing right now.
Right.
At the end of the day, if they say, "Oh, it's only a 12, the top 12 defense," I don't care. Do you want this defense in the playoffs right now? What defense you want to play with? You want the Eagles defense, or who else you want? like name me another defense that's in the playoffs. They'd be like, "Oh, I'd rather have them." I'd rather have the Eagles.
Because right now, too, here's the aspect that Vic must be salivating about. You had nobody, like maybe like 5 or 6 weeks ago, you had nobody on the edge. Nothing. You had no sacks off the edge. Now you got Hunt balling.
Wait a minute.
You got Smith balling. You got Phillips balling.
Jalen Carter ain't playing. Jalen Carter ain't playing right now. Like that's the part you gotta like, yo.
Dude, Brandon Graham is doing better than Carter.
They've had 7 sacks over the last 2 games?
Yeah.
And Jalen Carter not playing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
By the way, Jalen, you're only gonna get like $30 million a year. Sorry, man.
Nah, he about to break the bank. I'm gonna be up there like this. Hey man, sign here and here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing, real fast, and pause on that. I'm wondering if they're trying to negotiate. I mean, they know they were not because it's a Super Bowl run, and Howie's got his thing now where anytime there's a Super Bowl run, he's not doing mid-season contracts. He's not playing favorites.
No.
But I'm wondering at the end of the season, he's like, listen, man, he's gonna sit down with Jalen and be like, listen, we know you're the guy. We know we got to pay you. But if we can scale back, we can keep a guy like Phillips. If we can't scale back, we got to lose people because
it's not the scale back part, right? Because here's the thing with them. They got to the most important part for him is his signing bonus. That's gonna be the most important part because you can stretch the years out however you want.
Right.
So we got to go to the table and say, what do you want for a signing bonus? Let's talk about the signing bonus. Let's talk about the guaranteed money, and let's talk about how we stretch this out, right? The thing with Jalen Phillips is we already know how he's thinking is this is a 1-year buy. We're not thinking about having him long-term because we know what that is going to do to our team. It's give a third, get a third back. Jalen Phillips probably knows he's not coming back as an Eagle. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It makes more sense to go draft a defensive end versus keeping Jalen Phillips. You can't pay Phillips and Carter and then keep Jomo and everybody. You can't do it.
Yeah, it's true.
It
just sucks because he loves playing here. He seems so happy.
I get it. I understand. I would love playing here too. But when you got that bread man standing right there next to you, that man got to get paid. He's going to get paid. Jalen Phillips, if he gave us a discount, then he could come back and play. But he's not going to give us a discount. But I'm not going to ask Jalen Carter, who we drafted, and we know our defense is going to be based around, to take a discount. Pay that man his money. He's going to get his money, and we're going to build around him. Draft you another person. Get you another 1-year player that's trying to prove it and say, you want to play for the Eagles? Come on in. You know what I'm saying?
See, this is also, man, this is disappointing me that you can't marry like 4 women. Man, all right. So that's the Super Bowl. I think we're going. So number 4 for you. Let's finish this out.
Jalen Hurts is not appreciated. And this is my soapbox.
Here we go.
This is where I'm getting in. This is what I want y'all to understand. All you unappreciative Eagles fans, all of y'all talk about, oh, McKee is the better quarterback, or we'd be better if we had Burrow, or we should do a trade swap at the end of the season and send Jalen Hurts to Cincinnati and we get Joe Burrow, and then we would run a better offense. Well, Joe Burrow can't stay on the field because he hurt all the time. My quarterback hurt his knee and still would stay in the game. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing you got to realize is this. I mean, how much do we forget what it's like not to have a Jalen Hurts on your team? Let's think for a second. Let's call out some names. Nick Foles, great playoff quarterback. Do you want him for a full regular season? No. Hell no. I mean, Josh McCown, Nate Sudfeld, Chase Daniel, Sam Bradford, Matt Barkley. Like these are the names here. Vince Young, Mike Kafka, Michael Vick, full season quarterback. That's who you want, right? Kevin Cobb,
how about
Jeff Garcia,
Matt Cavanaugh?
Tim Hasselbeck, AJ Feely. Like, let's talk, right?
Jeff Garcia.
Coy Detmer. Right. These are
Hi,
people,
Detmer.
these are the people we talking about. Y'all got a short memory. Oh, we need another quarterback. We do? Because you tell me who we supposed to get. Because when we get that person, you ride with them. But number one has been here. Number one is consistent. Number one wins way more than the rest of these people combined that I mentioned. Even better than Nick Foles. Even better than Nick Foles. Y'all stop unappreciating this dude. Understand what you have. We got the best thing in the league right now as our quarterback, period.
And that brings us to Rant Update, now sports. All right, that was good. That was good. And my number 4 point is, and this is big, you got to finish strong.
Yeah.
I think right now you can't even look at that Bills thing like we were looking at. Like, yeah, if we were up like maybe 11 wins or something, yeah, we could slide on the Bills thing. You got to win the last 3.
Yeah.
And it just, and I don't mean like you win them. I mean, you need to win them. I mean by third quarter, just like this one, I want to be sitting people. That's how much I want to win these things out.
It's very possible. The thing about it is like, we're winning the division. You only got to win one game.
Yeah, I mean, and they're going to win that Saturday for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but I want to see them go wreck the Bills. I want to see them wreck the Commanders again with Tanner McKee, because I don't want to play Hurts the last game. I think we're going to probably we're pretty much guaranteed the 3 seed. We might be able to get the 2 seed. So
at this point,
I'm okay with the 2 seed. Like, I don't need to win the 1 seed. I'm fine with the 2 seed.
I mean, 3 seed. I mean, 2 seed, 3 seed. It don't matter. You're gonna end up playing the 2 seed anyway. If you're 2 seed, you gotta play the 3 seed. If everybody goes through a wild card weekend, the thing that you got to realize is what's the matchup. Right now, we play the 49ers. The other thing is, when we go into the playoffs, how do we look collectively? Like, I still think that we're the team nobody wants to play.
I think so.
Nobody wants to play. You can put any team out there. There's no other team in the AFC like, well, I don't want to play them. You don't want to play the Eagles.
No.
They just won the Super Bowl. Why would you say, yeah, I want to play the Eagles? Like, it's not possible. Like, you don't want to play the Eagles.
And you look at what happened to Kansas City with their loss. I mean, I think a Super Bowl loss, man, is a devastating effect on the team. We saw what happened to us in 2023.
Yeah. 100%.
It hurts. So, All right, let's get to our game balls.
Yeah. So, my game ball goes to the Eagles defense.
The whole thing.
The whole Eagles defense.
The whole team.
Nobody.
It's the whole team. Do the Kelsey. It's the whole team.
Zach Bond's interception, Quinyon Mitchell's defense, Cooper DeJean's defense, and the push down on the ground. I don't care about that penalty, man. Get your ass up off me. Hey, all of it, man. Jomo, Brandon Graham sacks, Nolan Smith, everybody, man. Jalen Phillips with the tip ball, everything, man. Everything was dope.
Yeah, I agree that you have to go with defense on this one, even though the offense looked decent, but nobody really shined. I mean, you could probably say Goddard a little bit, with the 2 touchdowns, but he did drop a pass, so I got to take it away from him with a game ball. He comes up with that 3rd touchdown pass. He's definitely the MVP of that game, without a doubt. But I'm going to go with your boy Graham, and I got to give a special shout out to Dean. The Dean has become a beast, and there's another guy too where you're like, you can't afford this guy either. And I know we got Campbell in the wings, and I get it. But, boy, this team seems to do so much better with Dean back there than Campbell. I know Campbell's going to be a player, without a doubt.
Yeah.
But, boy, man, letting Dean and Phillips go, that's going to be rough.
Let Howie cook and see what happens. But there's no way Jalen Phillips stays with this team, dude. I know. It's just not possible. Like, it's not possible to make it happen. And then going to the year after that, you're going to have to play Quinyon and DeJean.
I know. Fortunately, this offseason, you don't have to pay Quinyon or Cooper.
Nah, not yet. But the season after that, you got to start thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Quinyon going to break the bank.
Oh, great. Quinyon. Quinion's going to get paid more than
dude, the top player. He got the stats to back it up. He going to be like, who throws?
They're going to make, you don't have any interceptions. Yeah, because nobody throws to me.
Nobody throws my way, man. Like, yeah.
All right, let's get to our drama queen of the week. Hit me with the DQ.
Tyler Lockett and Tyler Show.
Oh, hit me. Wow, I don't know.
So Tyler Lockett was the person that got the penalty that DeJean got the penalty on. So he basically started talking jump. He walked up on DeJean. DeJean pushed him, and he flopped his way down on the ground.
I did see the flop. That was terrible.
And that's when they threw the flag. So I was like, you're being a drama queen, LeBron type flop. That flop bullshit is basically what got the flag called. DeJean did exactly what he was supposed to do. Like, the dude was in his ear, like, dude, get out of here. And it was like one of those get out of here. It wasn't even one of those I'll mess you up. You know, when he went like this, he flopped it, and that's where they got the flag. And that was drama, right?
Yeah.
Tyler Show, a Saints quarterback for the Panthers. Now, I'm more upset about the Panthers than I am with Tyler Show, but Tyler Show's flop is what caused them to call the flag. I'm going to give you the scenario. At the end of the Panthers game, there was 12 seconds left on the clock, right? They were trying to get closer to field goal range, right? 12 seconds on the clock. Saints have no timeouts. So as a defense, what do you defend?
Corner, the sidelines.
The sidelines. You know they got to pass the ball.
Yep.
They hike the ball and do a quarterback draw. Show is running to get at the middle of the field, and as soon as he saw a defender coming his way, he slides. The guy hits his shoulder pads, and he goes and does one of these numbers, and they threw the flag and gave him 15 yards. Here's the thing. The defender for the Panthers should have been smart enough just to touch him. Just touch him.
Yeah.
Clock runs out, overtime, because they don't got enough time to get a field goal out there to kick it. But the flop is the drama.
That's ridiculous. I didn't even see that. That's
it was bullshit, dude. Panthers lost for that too.
My drama queen of the week is the entire team of
Dallas Cowboys.
Nah. That would be great. Actually, that's not a bad call.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones, but that's like every week, man. Every week.
Right.
Can you get one more guess? You guess the entire team.
Chiefs?
The Dolphins, man. The Dolphins are a fucking mess. They are a fucking mess.
Yeah, man.
With the coach calling out Tua and, saying there's a possibility that, I mean, really, dude, this is your franchise guy.
Yeah.
He didn't have a terrible game the other night. I mean, he had a pick.
No.
He had a rating of 113. His QBR was really low. Because I think the way that they measure those now is totally different, but it's not Tua, man.
No.
And this whole team is like, ever since Vic left, with all these people going, thank God he left, what an asshole, blah, 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 this whole thing, the dude only went to win a Super Bowl the next year. He's got, as you and I would argue, probably a top 3 defense going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And look what happened to your team when he left. And look what happened to your team when Mike, the guy's still there. I mean, it's every year with this Dolphins team. There was all that shit. Remember they had all the stuff come out where the culture was bad, people showing up late. Tyreek Hill wanted to be off the team. I mean, it is a mess down there. They have completely changed that culture, and you got to just swipe that whole thing clean.
Yeah, I mean, and then look at the division that you in, like right now. Like, both the Bills and the Patriots are back on top. Like, you had a small window to get better, and you didn't utilize it at all.
And when you did, you immediately went to the playoffs, and you stunk.
Yeah, you stunk immediately. Yeah.
And that to me shows the head coach. I mean, again, you want to say anything about Sirianni, that guy has that team razor focus, other than the two one and done seasons after 2021 and 2023. But this guy's got everybody to play. And that's on the head coach, man. And Mike is just not getting these guys to play. Mm-hmm. And that's bad. Let's get to our grades real fast. So what do you got for offense through coaching?
I got A's for everything. A+ for the A for the offense, A+ for the defense, A for special teams, and coaching is an A.
I pretty much did the same. I had all A's. I had A- for the offense just because they didn't score at the end, and Goddard should have caught it. So you got a little minus there. Defense A++. I mean, $1 million. I mean, you just can't do any better what they did. I mean, that's legendary stuff.
Yeah.
Special teams, I give an A-. I don't think there's anything they did really wrong. It's just they didn't do anything overly great.
Right.
And I said coaching an A- too, again, just because that to me shows that there's promise, but I can't give you an A until I see that really coming along with that offense going back to what it needs to be.
Right.
By the way, as a heads up to everybody, speaking of coaching, got to throw this out there. You know what officially happened on Sunday for Sirianni?
Is he the winningest coach?
No, he actually slipped a little bit. He slipped a little bit because of his past 3-game skid. But
that's right. Yeah.
it was his 5th straight winning season, which no coach, Eagles coach had ever
starting out,
done.
yeah.
To start out with 5 straight winning seasons, no other coach has done that. So congratulations, Sirianni. He's guaranteed himself a winning season with 9 wins. You got to give him props, man. That's crazy good to have a guy come in and have 5 straight winning seasons when a lot of people say you shouldn't even been hired.
And how would we trust?
And how we try? Hey, man, listen.
Can't do it without a good GM.
And you want to call him a puppet coach. You want to call him whatever you want. The dude's got 5 straight winning seasons. Show me how many other coaches have that. It's very, very minuscule in the NFL. And you had a guy like George Seifert who had 5 straight winning seasons because he had legendary Bill Walsh give him like the greatest team ever over the next 5 seasons. So that doesn't count.
You know who's cursing right now?
Who's that?
Doug Peterson.
He's like, if only I didn't love Press Taylor so much. Why did I love that guy so much?
Exactly.
And by the way, we're still not out of the woods yet. Speaking of Press Taylor, we're still not out of the woods yet with your boy Patullo. So we'll see if his blind loyalty pays off. But I'm still not been. And I would still say if Dable came in the offseason and said, I'll coach your offensive stuff, I'm like, dude, you're in. I don't even hesitate.
I don't know if we stick with Patullo, even if we do have a successful rest of the season.
That's what I'm saying. If Dable comes in the offseason, I'm hiring that guy in a minute.
I'm talking about winning the Super Bowl. We still might be like, hey, man, thanks, but you got to go. We ain't going through this again.
If we win the Super Bowl, he's not being fired. There's no way.
I don't know, bro.
You would. I would, but they won't.
Hey, somebody wants you. Somebody wants you, dog.
You're like Andy Reid. Please hire this guy, man. Please.
I would go to Kellen Moore like Kellen. You can't use this dude. You can't buy the spot for him, dog.
All right, let's get a couple quick things before we get to our stats and previews real fast. So, by the way, Jalen Hurts is tied with Josh Allen and Drake May for the most 25-plus yards passing TDs in the NFL this season.
Okay.
How about that stat?
Yep.
Tied with Josh Allen, Drake May, most 25-plus yard passings in the NFL. And this guy can't pass? Okay.
No, that's what they say. That's what the people say.
Matching the second highest total of his career. He had 12 in 2022. So if he can bang out 4 more, he will have the most in his career. That's pretty impressive for a season that he's had that's been pretty bad. It was a good bounce back game. Saquon Barkley, by the way, is a workhorse on the ground. He did average just 2.3 yards a rush in the first half, but he came back in a much better second half, I thought. Running 7 times for 44 yards. So I thought that was nice. Goddard again was great. 6 catches, 70 yards. The 1 drop was terrible, but other than that, he's looking better and better. Goddard might be that guy again. It's good to see Goddard just having these big seasons.
1-year deal.
I know. I mean, I don't know if he's going to come back, but he would be wise. I'm telling you, he would be wise to stop asking for money and come back on a discount because
he already came back on it. This was the prove it deal. So somebody's got to pay him, but we have to draft a tight end.
I just don't see anybody. Now, here's the thing. Honestly, do you see anybody really paying him as a top 5 tight end?
No, because we've used.
So where's he going to go?
Well, see, here's the thing. Goddard hurt himself because he couldn't stay healthy. So he hasn't played. So it's been 4 seasons. I think he hasn't played full seasons, right? 3 or 4 that he hasn't.
And he hasn't played a full season this season.
Right. I'm saying. So it's like I say, best availability is availability, right? Best ability is availability. So it's like you hurt yourself, so you can only get so much. So now your question is, do you just want to stay with the winning team you've been a part of, or do you want to leave and go get money to try to prove that you're better? All you got to do is go down the road a little bit and go talk to Zach Ertz.
Yep.
And Zach just unfortunately ended his season, knee injury. That might be a career for him.
Yeah.
And you can say, hey, you can lead this organization and leave that NovaCare complex.
Well, remember, Zach got traded. He didn't leave.
Well, what I'm saying is he got traded, but he had an opportunity to try to come back. But
and he did. You're right. Yeah.
The money wasn't right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yeah.
It's gotta be a decision you're gonna make.
Yep.
But the Eagles got to get a tight end in the draft.
Absolutely. I mean, they're desperately needed a new tight end. Because here's the thing. This is how bad the Raiders defense is. When Goddard caught the 32-yard pass, the Raiders were double covering Grant Calcaterra.
Yeah, dude.
Like, dude, are you kidding? Like,
trash,
what is wrong with you?
That's trash.
I mean, that's like, That's like triple covering Louis Giamona and then leaving Mike Quick like single covered.
Hey, doubling Dotson, and leaving Smitty in that 1-on-1. Like,
I don't get it. AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, quiet days, but when they did get targeted, balled out. Smitty had that great catch, and then AJ with the touchdown. Good stuff. Darius Cooper caught a couple garbage time passes, but he looked all right, and he did draw an interference on third down, so that was good.
Yep.
The traditional run game numbers weren't great, but the O-line certainly answered the bell in the second half to put the game away. So as we talked about, I think the second half was much better than the first half running. And Hurts dropped a pass only 16 times, but the protection was very good. Fred Johnson finally got a win filling in for Lane Johnson. The right tackle just really looked good. I mean, for the first time in 4 games, he looked good.
I didn't think he looked bad on the other games. We just ended up losing. So
yeah,
like I say, it wasn't like Jalen was running for his life back there, and he wasn't getting hurt. So,
well, I mean, Crosby did get a sack. I don't think that was totally on Johnson, but I mean, otherwise he held Max Crosby in check, which is tough to do.
It was good, yeah.
Steen struggled again in short situations. He also had the bad holding penalty that brought back a big rush. So I'm still not loving Steen. We need a right guard. We got to get Steen is trash. So Dickerson is still not playing at 100%. He's been in decline all year. He's just not looking great. So something's got to happen there. He's just got to get right in the offseason. Cam Jurgens, I thought he looked okay. And Mailata looked okay.
No holding penalties.
Yeah, I know. That was good. I think they were, their run blocking is still questionable, but their pass protection is near flawless, which is great.
Yep.
Let's get to the Eagles side. They had 24 sacks in their first 12 games. They had 7 in the past 2 games. Pickett threw for just 64 yards. That's crazy. And they get picked off by Zach Bond. The Raiders' 75 total yards was the fewest allowed in 70 years by the Eagles.
Yep.
Part of this trivia, I'll do it right now. What was the least amount they gave up since that time? So they gave up only 75 yards. If you go back 70 years, how many yards did they give up 70 years ago to beat the 75? There's a question for you. By the way, your boy BG, we got to give another shout out to him. He officially passed who as the oldest player to have record a sack? Who did he pass? Another trivia question.
Michael Strahan?
No. No, as far as the Eagles. So the Eagles.
Oh, oldest player?
So who was the oldest Eagle player to have a sack? And he only beat him by about 200 days. So it's another 37-year-old.
37.
And to give you a hint,
sack.
Before that,
was he an Eagle or was he traded here? Like was he?
He was a rental. He came here as a free agent.
Okay.
You know who it is now?
I'm thinking. Hold on, free agent, 37-year-old.
Yeah. And by the way, before that though, it was William Fuller at 34 years old was the oldest guy, and then this guy passed him a couple of years later.
And Ndamukong Suh?
Nope.
All right.
No. So anyway, we'll get to that in a second. But
yeah. So.
And by the way, BG's 2 sacks gave him 78 in his career and moved him within 7 of Trent Cole, who was at 85. Reggie, of course, has 124. I don't think anybody's ever going to catch
Trent Cole, man. I underrated, dude.
Love Trent Cole. That guy was an animal. Loved him. Oh, what a beast. All right. So Eagles, by the way, defensive ranking since here's to your point. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Eagles defensive ranking since week 10. First in opponent completion percentage, 51%. First in fourth down defense, 14%. Second in an opponent passer rating, 62. Third in points allowed at 14. Third in pressures at 90. Third in quarterback hits, 45. Third in yards per pass allowed, 5.2. Tied for third in forced fumbles, 5. Fourth in sacks with 19. And tied for fifth in takeaways. Since week 10, man.
There you go.
That is a ball. That right there tells you that's a top 3 defense. Everything they ranked in was top 5. Top 3, except for the top, the 5th in takeaways, but who cares?
Yep.
They've held the last 3 quarterbacks to 51%. They just look great. And to your point, let's look at the secondary. Quinyon Mitchell, unbelievable. Cooper DeJean, unbelievable. Reed Blankenship has gotten a lot better since early in the season. I don't know what happened, but he looks a lot better. I don't know if he was injured or something, but he looks a lot better. And Marcus Epps has really stepped up as the number 2 safety. So let's give him props too.
Yeah.
Epps has been running around like a madman.
Yeah.
And lastly, and not least, Adoree Jackson, as you're right. it's not hurting the team.
Hey man, Adorie's making plays out there, man. That's all I want him to do is make plays. I don't want him out there getting beat and not tackling. Just make plays, man.
I don't know what the hell that is. Go Birds. I was all birds. I thought that was just little dots. I just see the white eagle head going across. I didn't know what that was.
Appreciate you joining in, Kayshawn.
Yeah, here you go. Jalix Hunt, multiple third down pressures. Nolan Smith came back. Jordan Davis, also looking good. He did fail to bring down Gentry on a big run, 11 yards, but no big deal. Ajomo, who's my boy, by the way. Since day one, I love Moro Ajomo, and he
what is it? What do you think getting Diggs?
We got Diggs
for defense?
Oh no, Trayvon Diggs. Oh, by the way, may not play the rest of the year. Something's going on.
Oh, I know. I don't want Trayvon Diggs. I do like.
No, they said with Trayvon Diggs.
First of all, you can't put birds on the screen and then ask about a cowboy coming on the team, dude. First of all, there has never, ever been a cowboy that has come to this team that's been beneficial. Now, you tell me which one it is. There has not been no. It does not happen, dude. We don't take cowboys. Now, there has been cowboys that have come to this team, but DeMarco Murray.
Terrible. Trash. Oh, well, here's the thing.
Dandrick. Trash. I'm trying to tell you, dude. Like
that guy was cut after 3 games.
That dude is bad, dude.
After 3 games.
Yeah, Kayshawn, I hear you. Think about next year's moves, but we don't want any cowboy on our team ever.
we do need we do need a CB2, but I doubt it'll be Diggs.
I'm there. I don't want Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs been getting burnt, man. That dude. I'll take a Dory. I'll take a Dory right now.
Nakobe Dean, just a beast. We talked about him.
Yeah.
Zach Vaughn was great. Jahad Campbell again was an afterthought. Only played maybe like 6-7 snaps.
But here's the thing, man. He's a rookie. You know, it's no different than anybody else. He'll get in there, but like look what he got. Look who he's got to replace.
Dean's just
hard to
get
in there.
You're gonna have to replace Dean, man. That's a tough task.
I get it, but he's learning. I mean, it's like look, do your special teams assignments. I mean, listen. Here's the thing. You talking about Campbell? We ain't even talking about Trot.
And Trot's there's no slacker either.
That's what I'm saying. So listen, just let it play out the way it's gonna play out.
When is the last time you and I have discussed the fact that we can't get good linebackers on the field?
Dude, we got too many linebackers.
When's the last time it happened? Maybe that. Maybe Trotter, Caldwell, and that's it. I mean, it's like that was the last time.
Right. So it's good, man.
Unbelievable. And by the way, Dory Jackson, your boy, had back-to-back pass breakups for the first time this season, and maybe the first time in his career.
Yep. And I'm yelling like a madman, like, yeah, Dory. Everybody like, who? I'm like, shut up.
Cooper had a shaky start with the whole thing, but he settled down, looked great. Again, Epps and Blankenship really locking down there. The safety position. Jake Elliott, perfect on his kicks. Punter Brandon Mann, my boy. Had a light day, just 1 punt for 43 yards. I'll take that. Covey, by the way, still looking better. How we didn't put Covey in there like 5 weeks ago? This is Xavier Gibson guy.
He was hurt.
No, he was fine. We just signed on the practice squad. He was just out there and available.
Oh yeah, just out there and available. Okay, yeah.
I mean, he's only on the practice squad like maybe 6 or 7 weeks ago, but yeah. He had to ramp up a little bit, but
yeah.
All right. By the way, Charlie Hewitt did return. That's why they cut that long snap. He returned and he looked good. Everything was good. All right, let's do quick Eagles stats, and then we'll get into our preview.
Okay.
We missed this last week, so we got to do it real fast. So Eagles went from 24 overall offense to 22. Dallas is number 1 still. Eagles went from 23 in passing to 22. Dallas is still number 1 in that. Eagles rushing, they went from 22 to 19. Buffalo is number 1 in that. Eagles went from 19th in scoring to 18th. Detroit is number 1 with that. Eagles defense went from 25th overall. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
To 14th in one game.
One game. All because
25th to 14th.
So here's the thing. If we shut out Washington this weekend, we should be number 1.
Eagles went from 25th to 1 in 2 weeks.
Crazy,
Houston's still number 1 at 270 for that one. Eagles went from 19th in passing to 10th. Cleveland's number 1 in that. Eagles went from 24th in rushing to 22. We got beat up in rushing, so that seems not normal. We still need to catch up, and that rushing got beat us up. Jacksonville, by the way, number 1 at 86. Eagles went from 10th in scoring to 6th. That's great. And 19. So 19 points per game. Houston's still number 1 at 16. All right. Let's get to the top 5 real fast.
Yep.
Let's not go backwards. We'll just do this week's top 5. Give me your top 5, and I'll give the ESPN and NFL too. Number 5 for you.
Seattle.
Number 5 for me is Seattle. All right. Number 4 for you.
Bills.
Okay. Number 4 for me was Pats.
Okay.
Number 3 for you.
Eagles.
Eagles. Uh-oh. Number 3 is the Bills for me.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 for you.
Rams.
The Rams. Okay. Number 2 for you, Rams. Number 2 for me is the Broncos. Number 1 for you.
Broncos.
Okay. We flip-flop. I'm still on the Rams kick. I just love Stafford, so we'll see what happens there. I'm in a bit of a love fest with him. We'll see what's going. I do say again, I do think the Jags, Niners, Bears are kind of just bubbling on the surface. And of course, the Eagles too. But I got them right there. So ESPN has number 1 through 5: Rams, Hawks, Broncos, Pats, Bills. Eagles at number 8. NFL has Rams, Broncos, Hawks, Bills, Pats, Eagles 12. I don't think they're that bad. That's crazy.
Keep talking.
We'll see. All right, let's quickly get to we're an hour in. Let's quickly get to the Eagles Commanders preview. Let me throw this at you. Commanders, by the way, their offense ranks 18th. They're about in the 20s in passing, but they're really good at rushing team. So that's what their offense. Their offense is pretty much all rushing, no passing. They got two really good running backs, and then Mariota running. So that's where all the running comes from. Their defense is absolutely pitiful. They're the 31th defense in the NFL. 29th in passing, 28th in rushing, just god awful. The basic thing is the Commanders really aren't going to give them a whole big test. They lack playmakers on offense. They lost Zach Ertz to the ACL. Wide receiver Noah Brown left that game. He's probably out for this game. Laramie Tunstall left with an oblique injury. He's probably out for the game. They lost Austin Eckler, by the way, week 2 with an Achilles. So they're really hurting. And I know that Terry McLaurin kind of gives us trouble, but I think if we throw Cooper DeJean at him and also Quinion, I'm not worried at all.
No.
But this guy, Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt, I guess the guy is the 7th round rookie.
Running back, yeah. Yeah,
he's killing it, man. He is absolutely killing it. He looks real, real good. So that's pretty much all they have on offense. On the defense side, it's just been dysfunctional. The injuries to key pass rushers, Dorrance Armstrong and Wise, and then the regression of was it Saint Ristel? That guy was like really good last year, and he's just not good this year. And then of course Marshawn Lattimore out for the year, injured. So it's just a nightmare. 5 games into Washington's 8-game losing streak in which it lost 21 points. Quinn demoted the defensive coordinator. He took over. They've been better on defense with him, but still, like they said, even over the past time since he's done it, they're maybe like 15th best. So they're really not doing much better with him. By the way, they struggle with covering tight ends. The Giants tight end, Theo Johnson and Dalen Bellinger, combined for 106 yards and 6 receptions. So this should be another game for Goddard. Do you agree?
Nope.
Okay.
For some reason, we go away from a team's weakness every time we play them.
I know, right? God,
so when we played we played the Chargers. They had a horrible run defense. We didn't run the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to go with what their weakness is, because it's like they have a good running game, right? And they have the 31st defense, right? And then we'll come in and we'll just try to run the ball the whole game. This game, we'll try to run the ball the whole game. And they're like, yo, the tight end was open. So what?
All right. So let's get to this before we get the last little bit of trivia. Give me your final score and give me your MVP on offense and defense for this game.
This game, I honestly just want to get out of there with no injuries. So I would say Eagles 28, Washington 7.
Okay. I'm going to go 31-10, and I think it's another one of those games where we're pretty much riding out the second string in the fourth quarter. I think on MVP on offense, I'm going to try and go with Barkley because I think you're right. They're going to try and run it. On defense, I'm going to go Jalen Phillips. I have a feeling he's going to get like 3 sacks.
Okay. Me offensively, I would say I'm gonna give it to Smitty because Smitty always goes off against Washington.
Okay, good one. I like that.
And for defense, I'm going to go with Zach Bond.
Ooh, I like that one too. All right.
Yeah.
Real fast on the trivia. Eagles held the Raiders to 75 yards. You know, the last time I told you that 1955, they even played at Connie Mack Stadium. That's the last time they left at that few yards. That's crazy.
Nice.
Just so you know, Jalen Hurts had another 150 plus passer rating and 80 plus completion percentage. He also had another one against Minnesota, over 150, over 80%. How many other Eagles quarterbacks have had those kind of ratings in the same seasons? Also, by the way, the last time the Eagles edge rushers didn't have at least a tie for the team lead, because right now, Moro Jomo is leading the team with 5 sacks. That'd be another great trivia question. Who's leading the Eagles sacks? Moro or Jomo? That's crazy. Who was the last interior lineman to lead the Eagles in sacks? You know, I know you know that one.
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh my God. And by the way, real fast, the last person so very little passing yards. The last person to have this low amount of passing yards, Eagles had Matt Hasselbeck against the Seattle Seahawks in 2001. He had 21 yards passing. I think that's impossible.
Oh, God.
But that happened. 27-3.
Yeah, nice.
First time since 1991, the Eagles have held a team to fewer than 50 rushing yards. It's the big gangrene defense.
Yeah.
And just as a thing, it was the Cowboys rushing and passing, 45 yards rushing, 45 yards passing in the 24-0 win at Texas. That was on Thanksgiving Day. Sacked Aikman 11 times. God, that was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And this little side trivia, I just thought this was interesting. I saw this the other day. Who was the first man to ever win the college national title, the Heisman Trophy, and a Super Bowl while also being elected to the College and Football Pro Hall of Fame? Who was the first person to ever do that? Just came across as pretty interesting. Random guess?
No.
Nothing?
Mm-mm.
Tony Dorsett.
I knew he was one of those guys, but I didn't know it was going to be him. That's cool.
He was the first guy to do that. Just thought that was very interesting. So there's your trivia question tonight.
I respect that the Cowboys. Why is that number not retired?
I know, right? Insanity.
Like they have a running back right now wearing 33.
It's insane.
That's insane.
He like absolutely carried that team for like 10 years.
Dude, when I was in Little League, everybody wanted 33. Everybody wanted 33.
I have to make a confession. My aunt bought me a jersey for Christmas, and it was a 33 jersey.
Yeah.
And I actually wore that. I didn't know.
Yeah, right.
I was like 2 years old.
But that's what I mean. When we grew up, that was the
jersey.
He was the running back of the league when we were growing up.
Yep. All right. So real fast, the trivia tonight. Put it in the comments. The Jalen Hurts. How many other quarterbacks have 150 pass rating and 80% completion rate in the same season? Mm-hmm. And who was the last Eagles interior lineman to lead the Eagles in sacks for a season since this year? All right, so there's your trivia question. Again, check us out on X, Apple Tunes, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're out there on the Eagles Fly podcast on the Broad Street Misery Network. We're here every Tuesday, 9 o'clock. We're bringing you Eagles, NFL. We got some great drama queens in entire NFL. By the way, could have been the Cowboys and the Dolphins today. Good point for you. But we'll be here every week. Check us out. We'll have little clips that are posted. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Some great comments tonight. We'll see you again next week on Tuesday after the Eagles' big win against the Commanders, winning the division. Jay will be happy. I'll be sad, and we'll go from there. All right, everybody. Thanks again. As always, I'm Corey Alexander along with
Jay Bliss.
We'll see you all in a week. Peace out.
Go Birds.